duelists, it is I Hell Gear, and a lot of stuff has been coming up back to back to back in Duel Monsters World, so I'm just gonna get into all this. First and foremost, this Raika stuff. Yeah. So let's look at these guys. Apparently, this is an archetype of insect, reptile, and bug. So, let's take a look at these guys. So here we are. That's a cool looking dude right there. So we have Raika no Marikobi, a level 1 plant with no stats. You can only special summon it with the first effect once per turn, and the second effect is once per turn. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending an insect, plant, or reptile from hand to grave. Okay, that's not too bad. Alrighty, number 2. If summoned, you can add up to 2 of your Raika cards with different names that are banished and are in your deck from hand to grave, except Marikobi. Then banish a Raika card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except insect, plant, and reptile monsters. The fact that this is a level 1 earth monster is pretty decent for a 2-card Rhoda and banish. And because it's 0 attack and defense, this looks like something you would play in Sun Avalon. Next up, we have Raika no Yasu Kamakiri. Kamakiri? Is this like the flying Kamakiri monsters from back in the days that were wind? That's what that reminds me of, the flying Kamakiri and the flying Kamakiri 2. But this one is light. So, yeah, 1500 attack, nothing in the back on a level 3 light insect. Yeah. Wow, a level 3 light insect. Let's see if it'll help out Digital Bug. You can special summon this card by placing one of your banished insect, plant, or reptile monsters on the bottom of the deck. So, okay. Again, it's special summoned off the first effect once per turn, and the second effect is also once per turn. This must be a recurring theme for the Raikas, where the first effect, you can summon it once, and then the second effect is a once. That's actually pretty interesting. So, if you got any bugs that are banished, you can bring this back. That sounds cool. Like if you have Resonance Insect and you banish the Resonance Insect for advantage, you can get it back off of this. If sent to the graveyard as material for the link summon of a Raika monster, target a level 4 lower insect, plant, or reptile in your grave, except Kamakiri, and special summon it in defense position. Okay. Getting the get back is pretty decent. Let's see the links. We have a level 4. So this is Raika no Yori Tokage. Alright, so is this like an upgraded version of Kage Tokage? You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one insect, plant, or reptile from your graveyard. That's easy extender. Discard a monster of these types, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls, except an insect, plant, or reptile, and bounce it. Spot removal is good. It targets, but it's spot removal. Like, spot removal is good. And we got links. So this is a link too. Let me tap on this bad boy. Look at this thing. It's fire too. Oh, geez. So we have, what is this damn thing called? Raika no Musha Dokro. A level 2 fire plant link with 1600 attack with the bottom corner arrows. 2 monsters including an insect, plant, or reptile monster. Well, fire plants. Yeah. Yeah. You can target a Raika monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense. Okay, both of these effects are once per turn. If this card is in your graveyard, target an insect, plant, or reptile you control. Place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon this card. That I like. Like, you can take a monster that's literally from the extra deck that you have that's super duper weak, and then just put it right back. I love this, just to stack the deck again. And oh my god, is this a bug? This looks like a bug for a Link 3. And it is Raika no Uki Minushi. Alright, well, somebody in the comments was like, bro, you gotta upgrade the B-Trooper deck. And it's a Win Link 3 with 2300. Right, bottom right, and down. Or, excuse me, left, bottom right, and down. Okay. 2+ monsters, including an insect, plant, or reptile. Alright, we can... Okay, so this is something that we can play with the bugs. 2 effects once per turn. Banish an insect, plant, or reptile from your graveyard. Add a Raika trap from deck to hand. Okay, so it's a trap rota. Interesting. If in your graveyard, target one of the 3 monster types you control. Place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon this card, but you're locked into special summoning insect, plants, and reptile monsters. That's interesting, actually. You know, the Kage to Kage upgrade might be nice for Ogdoadic, but this is actually a pretty decent Link 3 for bugs. So to the guy and everybody else wanting me to upgrade B-Troopers, telling you now, Asset Mountus and the Rose Papillon, or the Papillon from Age of Overlord really aren't doing much. So, spoiler alert, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer because this stuff looks pretty interesting. And we have a Link 4. That looks really, really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this a plant? Because, oh, it's a reptile. Raika no Kusarigami. Yep, I said that right. 2+ monsters, including one of those 3 types. 2 effects, both once per turn. If your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make both players unable to activate monster effects in the hand for the rest of the turn. Okay, so it stops hand traps? That's kind of late, though. Like, if your opponent activates monster effects, you can make both players unable to activate monster effects. So that's kind of late. Like, usually folks will activate monster effects in the hand. The only thing that I think this would work on is like Vanquish Soul. Maybe this could stop Vanquish Soul in its tracks to keep them from revealing themselves and switching out. If in your graveyard, target one of the 3 types that you control. Place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon this card. Also locks you into those 3 types. Okay. This being a reptile is nice. Would I put this in Ogdoadic? Probably not. Would I put this in Aliens? Maybe. Would I put this in Venom Monsters? Yeah, because they need something else. Chain Snake Serpent. Okay. And then we have this sweet ass looking Link 5. That is a bug. Wait, is the Link 4? It's a reptile. So, I don't know if I would put that in Sun Avalon, but this Link 5 is looking pretty good. It's a bug. Raika no Dioga. Ooh, jeez. It's got the, which Link 5 had all those arrows? I forget which one it was. 2+ insect, plant, or reptile monsters. Oh, this definitely It's 3,300, so we have something even more beefier for the B Troopers. Each of 2 effects, both once per turn. If monsters special summon from your opponent's deck or extra deck, you can destroy 2 monsters on the field. Too bad you can't clap 1 monster. You have to blast 2. Alright. If in your graveyard, target an insect, plant, or reptile you control. Place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do special summon this card, but it locks you into the 3 types. No wonder people are saying you can get Mayakashi vibes off of this, but I would put this link 5 in B Trooper. Like, this is pretty decent. Like, the deck, this archetype by itself sounds like it's pretty fun, but like generic stuff is pretty cool. Okay, we've got a continuous spell next. We have Raika Ryorin Kuroisaki. Jesus, I can speak this Japanese when it's printed in English. Second effect is once per turn. First effect, all insect, plant, and reptile monsters on the field gain 300 attack point buff, and all other monsters get the nerf for the same. Okay. Activate one of these effects. Either add a Raika monster from deck to hand, then discard a card, or special summon a Raika monster that's banished or in your hand or graveyard in defense. That's a continuous spell on a Rota. That's actually really good. That's really good. Alright, here's the trap. This is the one that one card can set. Raika Dairen no Kubi Karimai. Woo! The way these words come out. First, okay, 2 effects, both once per turn. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of insect, plant, and reptile link monsters you control with different types and destroy them. Alright, so it's claps. Good. So, okay. Free blasts on links that are different types. If a face-up insect, plant, and or reptile monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect while this is in your grave, except the turn was sent there, banish it, target a monster your opponent controls, and destroy it. So this is all clapback for a trap to set. Hopefully Raika gets some more traps. I do like this archetype. It's pretty decent right now. That's pretty decent. Flame Swordsman support? Yeah. Wait, there's new Flame Swordsman support? We have another Flame Swordsman monster? Okay. Real talk, when we first got this stuff, they showed us like a Foolish Burial Flame Swordsman. They had a second card which is literally like the monster version of Salamandra. So that's this dude, the Fighting Flame Swordsman. So if normal or special summon, you can add a spell or trap that mentions Flame Swordsman from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send a Flame Swordsman and a monster that mentions it. Oh, excuse me, or a monster, the sample words are in the way. Or a monster that mentions it from the deck or extra deck, except Fighting Flame Swordsman. Each effect is once per turn. So that's the stuff that we do know. Look at this son of a... Ooh. Okay, that's definitely not the Salamandra Fusion monster. What is this? Salamandra the Flying Flame Dragon. Okay. So now we have an actual Salamandra monster. Not just the level 5 fusion. Level 2 Fire Dragon effect monster. Okay, look. I know this is part of the Flame Swordsman archetype, but this looks like something I'll be putting in those bestowed Fire Dragons, man. When this card is equipped to Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it, the equipped monster gains 700 attack. Textbook Salamandra boost. Each of the following effects of the Flying Flame Dragon can be used once per turn. If this is in your hand or graveyard, target a warrior monster you control. Equip it to that monster as an equip spell. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add a Salamandra spell or trap from deck to hand. Excuse me? Salamandra trap? We're getting more Salamandra cards? Wait. Just for clarification, this is my Salamandra. This is my Salamandra card. Alright? So Salamandra's getting an archetype too? Okay. Flame Swordsman is looking pretty decent right now. Mirage Swordsman. I was just talking about this shit right here with my peoples getting ready to make a video. Like, they needed to do this. Alright, before I read this off to you, to those of you who don't know, the Flame Swordsman's archetype is essentially, before this new support, consisted of 6 monsters. Masaki the Legendary Swordsman and Flame Manipulator, which made the Flame Swordsman. Then you had the Ferocious Flame Swordsman. And then there were the other 2 monsters. One of them was a fusion going by the name of Dark Flare Knight. It was a fusion of the Flame Swordsman and Dark Magician that was used during the Enter the Shadow Realm era. And when you swung at a monster, you took no damage, and when it died, it summoned Mirage Knight. And Mirage Knight was a light monster who could swing at an opponent, gain the attack, and afterwards it would be banished. So this essentially is the upgraded, retrained version of the Mirage Knight. So Mirage Swordsman, wow, that looks great. That artwork looks great. We have a level 8 Fire Warrior with 2800 attack and 2000 defense. Okay, let me read this off. If a face-up fire fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when the monster was destroyed, or hand, even if not. At the start of damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy both battling monsters. Okay, so that's similar to the old school Mirage Knight. If this card is destroyed by battle or another card's effect, special summon one level 7 or lower monster that is Flame Swordsman or mentions it from deck or extra deck. Each effect of Mirage Swordsman is once per turn. They are really trying to pimp out the Flame Swordsman from the extra deck. I will give you that. And now, Ultimate Flame Swordsman. You know what? Screw that. We're not even going to look at the little ass text here. Level 8 Fire Fusion. So this is Flame Swordsman and Fighting Flame Dragon. Let me come back to this because I have to show you guys Fighting Flame Dragon before we read this card. So, oh, I guess not. Anyway, Fighting Flame Dragon's a level 5 fusion that can equip to a monster. It takes a Fire Warrior and a Dragon, and if it's equipped to Flame Swordsman, not only does it Flame Swordsman gain 700 attack, but it has 2 swings. Ultimate Flame Swordsman, oh, there it is, right there. So it's a dragon and a fire warrior monster. Except during the damage step, quick effect, target a warrior fusion monster you control. Equip this card from your field or graveyard to that monster. And if you control, and as you control as an equip spell. You can only use this effect once per turn. While this card is equipped to Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it, it gains 700 attack and a second attack. So this is the original Salamandra fusion monster besides the level 2. And because it's a level 5, it's an instant fusion target. So even though you can put it in the Flame Swordsman deck, this is also something for the Bestow Dragon. But that's the fusion swordsman with the Flame Swordsman. Now let's read the ultimate version. Target a monster your opponent controls, and if you do, or destroy it, and if you do, burn them for 500. This is a quick effect if this card is equipped with an equip card. Infernoble Knights are eating real good right now. No, like, Infernoble Knight is eating real good right now. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you can double its attack until the end of this turn. That's 5,600. But if you do, destroy it during the end phase of this turn. Each effect of Ultimate Flame Swordsman is once per turn. Let's see. I can beef up Ultimate Flame Swordsman to 5,600. But I can use the Mirage Swordsman as a catalyst. So literally at the end of the turn, Ultimate Flame Swordsman beefs up to 5,600. It kills itself, special summons the Mirage Swordsman. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. Why the hell did it take 20 years for them to actually give the Flame Swordsman such really good support? This is supposed to be the Flame Swordsman that kicks everyone's butt. Flame Sword Stream. Flame Sword's round. We have a continuous spell. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you normal summon Fire Warrior monsters. Oh, dear Lord. Infernoble just got protection. Once per turn, you can send a monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard. Special summon a Flame Swordsman from your extra deck. Treat it as a fusion summon. Congratulations! We now know how to cheat out Joey Wheeler's monster. Once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, target a warrior monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it loses exactly 1,000 attack, but all other monsters you control gain that rack. You know what? That's pretty good. Salamandra Fusion. Salamandra Fusion. It's an equip spell? Okay, where's the fusion part? So essentially this is Salamandra's equip spell Mach 2. If the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this instead. While this card is equipped to a fusion monster you control, you can send this card and the equipped monster to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon a Flame Swordsman or fusion monster that mentions it from the extra deck. Treat it as a fusion summon. Congratulations. They actually gave us a way to cheat out the Dark Flare Knight. Because Dark Flare Knight, as I just told you, is a fusion summon of the Flame Swordsman and the Dark Magician. Fighting Flame Sword. Why didn't they just call this Flaming Sword of Battle like in the anime? Activate one of these effects on a quick play spell. Add a card from deck to hand that mentions Flame Swordsman, except this spell. When an attack is declared involving a Fire Warrior monster you control, target and destroy a card on the field. Flame Swordsman is an honorary Infernoble Knight. When your opponent activates a card that targets Flame Swordsman or a monster that mentions it, negate the effect on an oath. Okay. Salamandra with Chain. M. Cole 40 was just talking about a fiery version, a Flame Swordsman version of Kunai with Chain. Damn, he called this. Normal Trap. Target a fire monster on the field. Equip it to this card. Equip it and it gains 700 attack. Then change one effect monster on the field to face down defense. This is better than the Red Eyes Fang with Chain. You can banish this card from the grave. Fusion summon a Fire Warrior or Fire Dragon fusion monster from your extra deck by shuffling materials from hand, field, and or graveyard into the deck, but destroy it during the end of the end phase. This effect is once per turn. And then we have the Flame Swords Dance. Jeez. Another normal trap. If monsters special summon, Special summon a level 7 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck that is Flame Swordsman or mentions it. Is Dark Flare Knight level 7? I have to go back and check. During your opponent's battle phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard and tribute a face-down defense position monster. That doesn't specify where on the field, so we can take one of our opponent's face-down monsters. Special summon a Flame Swordsman or monster that mentions it from deck or extra deck. This effect is once per turn. That's pretty damn good. You know what? The Flame Swordsman kicks everyone's butt. Full set spoiler, can I cover this in 4.5 minutes? Sure. Let's do this. Junk Warrior, nice. Fighting Flame Swordsman's an ultra. Salamander the Flying Flame Dragon's a super. Mirage Swordsman's a rare. Ultimate Flame Swordsman is our super and collector's rare. Fighting Flame Dragon's a rare. Good. Old School Flame Swordsman gets an upgrade. Everybody who bought this Flame Swordsman card, you just lost money right here. You just lost money trying to get the rarity bump. If you bought the Flame Swordsman super rare from back in the day, you just lost money. Congratulations. You got an L-shaped stake. Salamander Fusion is rare. Fighting Flame Sword. That's an ultra. Salamander with Chain, rare. Okay. Flame Swords Dance, rare. Eye of Illusion, ultra rare. Kaitop Terra is a super rare. That's what I'm waiting for, folks. Kaitop Terra and Hornsaurus. Once I get these, dinosaur deck profiles are getting upgraded. Chlorless, the Chaos King of Dark World. Why did you call him Chlorless? Arcana Force the Fiend. Arcana Force 15. That's great. They gave us the Devil. Now give Arcana Force the Hangman and you're going to be having some fun. Bonfire's an ultra rare. Well, we already saw that coming. Combat Reaware, Ashoka Pillar. Oh, that's right. We're getting the rest of Yamaki's sorry-ass Crystal Skull deck. Triangle Zero, blah, Totem Pole, Earthbound Release. Number 1, Infection Buzz King as an ultra rare. Photon Delta Wing. We're getting Galaxy Eye support. Okay. Armored Exceeds, that's great. Ring Announcer, that has to be for Battling Boxer. The other Earthbound Immortal stuff, right there. So that's getting a boost. Harmonic Synchro Fusion, nice. Phoenix Gear Blade as a super rare, wow. Drastic Draw, Transaction Rollback for Labyrinth. Code Hack for Code Talker. A reprint of Chimera, Gazelle, and Baphomet. Okay. Doppel Warrior getting that. Jet Synchron getting. Satellite Synchron. Desynchro. All of these, somebody was just covering Synchro Chase as a card on Market Print. Asclepiscu, wow. All of the Earthbound stuff. 100 Eyes Dragon as a rare, that hurts my soul. I have the original, also ultra rare of that. Full Armor Crystal Zero Lancer. This is just a thing with the Armored Exceed stuff from Age of Overlord. Supreme King Gate Zero and Infinity are getting rare reprints. That hurts my soul. Darkworm getting a reprint. Damn, that's too bad. All the Supreme King stuff getting reprinted as rares hurts my soul. The Altergeist reprints getting rare reprints. This is sad. Ancient Chant, thank God. The raw stuff getting reprinted. They needed that. And the Magispector, Hydrant getting, okay, Rescue Ace stuff getting reprinted. And Thrust getting reprinted. Okay. Ultra rare Thrust reprints. They needed that. I may have to buy a box of this. I may have to buy a box of Maze of Millennia. Leave your thoughts of the Flame Swordsman stuff and the Kaya stuff in the comments section below. But for now, I gotta prepare my wallet to get burned because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody.